Hey, how you doing? Jason Aram here. Glad you stopped by. So I stepped outside earlier. It's kind of misty and rainy. So I decided to do a quick little project down here in the basement. I figure it might blow over. We'll see. But I've been watching any of these gardening channels like Jules Small Gardening and Leanne over there in the garden again. Kind of a little bit jealous.
The raspberries and strawberries are all covered up with leaves. Hopefully they survive this big old freeze that we got. Well, underneath that pile of leaves was a straw bale garden from about 4 years ago. We're going to try to put 2 more rows of 5 bales each there. And I'm going to try to put 2 more rows of 5 bales each in between what was last year's straw bale garden. The bales last about 2 years each. You get 2 seasons out of them. I'm going to try to get a 3rd season out of these. There's still a little bit left. Got a pumpkin left over from last year. It'll probably volunteer out.
It's about time to start our stuff here, so I'm going to make up a starting mix. Use some vermiculite and perlite. I did a small little time lapse I'll show you of some cocoa expanding and some compost. So if you want to stick around and see how I do it, I'll point you down and let you see firsthand. So the mix that I use is 4 parts compost, 4 parts cocoa, 1 part perlite, 1 part vermiculite, and that should be enough to do all my starters. Now, it don't matter what kind of cocoa you use. It doesn't matter what kind of compost you use. All that matters is you get up off the couch and you get it done. Now, I've had both of these bags for, I don't know, I think 3 years. Just give it a good stir. I'll get this all stirred up and then I'll come back and I'll show you what I do with it after this. So I ran and grabbed the gardening supplies from previous years. Actually, all I'm after is the old paper towel and toilet paper rolls and one of these here trays. A pair of scissors and the lid. Basically, all we're going to do is take these toilet paper rolls and cut them in half. Pretty simple, huh? We're gonna pretty much do the same thing with these rolls here, except we're gonna do these in quarters. Now, you got an issue where everything's got to be the same, you can measure these out. But as if you can't tell by watching me, I kind of half-ass things. But the question is, do I get the job done? For the most part, yes. Do I fail? Quite a lot. But you never know unless you try, right? So if you're wondering what these are, I'm too cheap to buy those little Jiffy pots. So that starter mix that we just made, we're going to pack these full of that and get them soaking overnight. Because here in the next couple days, I'm going to plant some seeds in them. So I'm not liking all the grooves in the bottom of this tray. It's not letting these stand up. So I'm going to switch it out with one of my older ones. Well, I think you guys get what I'm doing here, so I ain't gonna bore you while I finish the rest of these, so I'll get back with you in a minute. Well, there's my version of the Jiffy pots. I'm going to add some water to them, let them soak up over the next couple days, and I'm going to plant some seeds in them. I just put about a 1/4 inch of water in there. It's just going to wick up from the bottom, make them all moist. They'll all be room temperature in the next couple days. So I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, because here before too long we're going to be planting some seeds. I was digging around there in the garage to find my supplies. I found my seeds. We're going to plant some spinach and some kale and a little bit of lettuce. I also found a couple old shop lights, so I'm going to clean off a couple of these shelves, move some stuff around, and somehow figure out how to put those Jiffy pots on that shelf. Well, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time. They've about got all the water sucked up already.